Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Bloom Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 691, and I titled it Phase 2. And it's one of those days where the update is maybe not dull, but there's nothing fascinating or exciting to share on. But I decided to make a couple of small tidy up exercises, which I described in the blog post. So if you're interested in technicalities and if you really want to dive deeper in what changes I do to the podcast and the blog, they are small changes. They are more about metadata changes than the changes to the actual format of doing things. But I think there's too much discrepancy, lack of clarity in certain naming conventions and using certain numbers that are unnecessary or no longer necessary to keep doing them. So to give you a quick view of what happened yesterday, which was Thursday. The morning was without any deploy of the sauna, obviously, because I still have the standard work during the work days. So I had to do these things plus a lot of other smaller kind of tasks that were necessary. I needed to ring a couple of companies and ask them for certain things because, like, for example, we use a small kind of terminal that you can put card on or just tap the card with the contactless payments. It's called SumUp, and just recently they reached out or kind of displayed a notification that I need to provide certain documents to kind of refresh the company status. They dragged for so long because it's required by them, by legislation here in Ireland and in European Union, to have certain information, certain records, and review them annually. And they were asking to provide those documents for some time. I provided them in the last day of the deadline, and then it went silent. I didn't get any response for a week. I thought they are just processing it and it will be okay to go after that week, but they reached out to me that they need more information, and there was like 5 items or 5 points that I needed to answer, which was a bit ridiculous because we were already maybe not losing, but we couldn't serve customers with the card payments because they were on hold. So basically the terminal was working, but it was rejecting the payments until it's sorted on SumUp portal and until their team actually approves our business again or reapproves for next year. And I obviously provided all the documentation and explanations, and it's back to operational state as of now. But that means that for about 10 days or 11 days we were unable to process card payments. It wasn't a big deal because we still can accept cash or Revolut or PayPal, but for some people it was probably a bit of a hassle if they had a card and they could just tap. And the most annoying thing is that these guys are charging some transaction fees, so they earn money, and they earn big money on those transactions in general. So dragging for so long was unnecessary. Like, for us it wasn't that bad, but if you have a business that depends on those card payments, that's a bit too much in my opinion. Although it's like a I would say a bit of a blame is on us, because on me specifically, because I should have sent those documents prior to the deadline date, and maybe they would ask for these things prior to deadline and prior to disabling that terminal, and we could have sorted that without the downtime. But it is what it is. It's sorted. So the morning on Thursday was really around work and sorting certain things out, and then the delivery happened for our phase two. So phase two is not only about the blog and podcast metadata cleanup and slide changes, but also about phase two of testing our sauna. And I mentioned that before, that we received some samples from Irish company that produces compressed logs from 100% oak debris or oak shavings, or I don't know how you call it. So basically whatever waste happens during the production of high level oak furniture, all these kind of remains are shredded and then compressed into logs that are hardwood logs. They burn very nice. They keep heat very long in comparison to other sources that I so far tested. So we were happy with the sample, and we ordered a batch of about 25 packs, which is 25 is 125 logs, which should last us for a bit of time. And why I mentioned the phase two, it means basically that we are testing not only the logs, but logs mixed with proper firewood, because the logs themselves are great for keeping the warmth and heating up the stove, but they do not give that beautiful smell of the wood. So on top of those logs, we always use one or two firewood logs to give that beautiful smell of burning wood from the sauna. So yeah, that's phase two. We'll see how long these 25 packs will last us and what will be returned on them. They are slightly more expensive than most of the bags of logs that we take. But honestly, for 4 hours of burning just firewood, it probably takes us one and a half bag of logs, while with these, one pack is enough probably to burn for 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours, even maybe longer. And if we add the firewood for smell, it extends that even more. So it seems like it's more efficient. So we'll be using them and see how the testing goes. So that's pretty much phase two of testing of new fuel for the sauna stove. And the evening and afternoon, we deployed the sauna for the only session on Thursday. Weather was windy and rainy and was quite miserable. We were expecting to at least get someone, but this was the first day since we started that we actually had, I believe we had empty day, so we didn't have any physical customer, because we got some bookings for the next days, and we got some requests for vouchers, and also we received booking for private sauna session. So somebody rented out the whole sauna for up to 6 people for an hour. So that would be interesting. I don't know why did that happen, but yeah, we have some plans to do. We had plans to do yoga and sauna on Saturday, but they didn't pan out. I think we just gave too little time, and it was maybe over ambitious to get that done on Saturday. So we will plan for maybe a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead to get more traction and more people signed up. So that's really it for today. Thank you very much for being here. Today was quite interesting and definitely busier, but I will be talking about it and writing about it tomorrow. So I need to go to sleep because tomorrow seems to be very busy. So have a great rest of the day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on the globe. Stay tuned and see you again tomorrow.